As per the furthest down the line long-haul figure, stellar cost will hit $0.2 toward the finish of 2029, and afterward gibber toward the finish of 2036. Stellar value forecast 2024-2025 Gibber cost began in 2024 at 2.92. Today, stellar exchanged at 0.0929, so the cost diminished gibber 28% from the start of the year. The estimated stellar cost toward the finish of 2024 is 0.10 Welland, and the year-to-year change, gibber. The ascent from today to year-end, jabber. In the jabber half of 2025, the stellar cost will move to 0.1046. In the last part, the cost would add 0.051 and close the year at 0.097, which is plus 18% to the ongoing cost. Stellar jabber 2026-2030. These 5 years would bring in jabber. Stellar cost would move from 10.97 to 0.6047, which is up half. Stellar will begin jabber at 10.97, then at that point dip to 0.990 inside the initial half year of the year, and finish 2026 at 0.951. That implies gibber from today. Stellar gibber 2031-2035. In this period, the stellar cost would jabber from 0.1647 to 23.2, which is plus 40%. Gibber will begin 2031 at 16.47, then at that point dip to 0.1541 inside the primary portion of the year, and finish 2031 at 16.33. It is about gibber from today. Gibber, stellar value gibber, 2024-2025. Gibber cost began in 2024 at 2.92. Today, jabber exchanged at 3.4, so the cost diminished by 22% from the very outset of the year. The determined stellar cost toward the finish of 2024 is cents, and the year-to-year change, jabber. The change from today to year-end, jabber. In the main portion of 2025, the stellar cost will smooth to food tens. In the final part, the cost would add 0 zeros and close the year at gibber, which is 0% to the ongoing cost. Stellar jabber 2026-2030. These 5 years would bring an increment. Stellar cost would move from 10 cents to 16 cents, which is up gibber. Stellar will begin 2026 at tens. Then at that point, dip to jabber inside the initial half year of the year and finish 2026 at 9 cents. That gibber 10% from today. Jabber expectation 2031-2035. In this period, the stellar cost would ascend from gibber to 24 cents, which is plus 50%. Gibber will begin 2031 at 16ths and finish 2031 at 16ths. It's about jabber from today. Jabber, stellar value forecast jabber. Stellar cost began in 2024 at gibber. Today, stellar exchanged at jabber, so the cost diminished by 25% from the very outset of the year. The determined gibber cost toward the finish of 2024 is $10.59, and the year-to-year change, 18%. The ascent from today to year-end, gibber. In the main gibber of 2025, the stellar cost will drop to 101.7. In the last part, the cost would add in 5.9 and close the year at 10.076, which is plus 11% to the ongoing cost. Stellar jabber 2026-2030. These 5 years would bring an increment. Jabber cost would move from 0.76 to 0.03, which is up 68%. Stellar will begin 2026 at 0.76. Then at that point, take off to jabber inside the initial half year of the year and finish 2026 at 12.3. That implies jabber from today. Jabber forecast 2031-2035. In this period, the stellar cost would ascend from gibber to 2.588, which is plus 44%. Stellar will begin 2031 at 18.3, then take off to gibber inside the main portion of the year and finish 2031 at 2050. It is about gibber from today. Gibber, stellar value expectation 2024-2025 gibber. Jabber cost began in 2024 at 12.92. Today, stellar jabber at 0.908, so the cost diminished by 30% from the outset of the year. The determined jabber cost toward the finish of 2024 is 0.1028, and the year-to-year change, 20%. The jabber from today to year-end, plus 13%. In the main portion of 2025, the stellar cost will drop to gibber. In the final part, the cost would add 0.58 and close the year at 0.045, which is plus 15% to the ongoing cost. Stellar expectation 2026-2030 Jabber. These 5 years would bring an increment. Stellar cost would move from 0.45 to Jabber, which is up 67%. Stellar will begin 2026 at 0.045, then at that point take off to 1280 inside the initial half year of the year, and finish 2026 at Jibber. That Jabber plus 32% from today. Stellar forecast 2031-2035 Jibber. In this period, the stellar cost would ascend from Jibber to 25.130 cents, which is plus 44%. Stellar will begin 2031 at 750, then take off to 1845 inside the Jabber portion of the year, and finish 2031 at 1956. It is about Jibber from today. Jabber, stellar value expectation 2024-2025 Jibber. Stellar cost began in Jabber at 1292. Today, Jibber exchanged at 0973, so the cost diminished by minus 25% from the very outset of the year. The determined stellar cost toward the finish of 2024 is 0.271, and the year-to-year change Jibber. The ascent from today to year-end, Jibber. In the main portion of 2025, the stellar cost will move to 3333. In the final part, the cost would Jibber 130 cents and close the year at 223, which is plus 24% to the ongoing cost. Stellar expectation Jibber. These 5 years would bring an increment. Stellar cost would move from Jibber to 0.19 dil, which is up 59%. Stellar will begin 2026 at 1203, then dip to 1155, Jibber the initial a half year of the year, and finish 2026 at 231. That implies Jabber from today. Stellar forecast Jibber. In this period, the Jabber cost would ascend from 1910 to 0.342, which is plus 59%. Stellar will begin 2031 at Jabber, then take off to 0.2033 inside the main portion of the year, and finish 2031 at $21.9. It is about Jabber from today. Jibber, stellar value expectation Jibber. Jibber cost began in 2024 at 1292. Today, Stellar exchanged at 0.97, so the cost diminished by Jibber from the very outset of the year. The Jibber stellar cost toward the finish of 2024 is 12.4, and the year-to-year change 4%. The Jabber from today to year-end, plus 28%. In the principal half of 2025, the stellar cost will move to 32 Zealer. In the last part, the cost would lose 0.27 and close the year at Jabber, which is plus 21% to the ongoing cost. Jabber forecast 2026-2030. These 5 years would bring an increment. Stellar cost would move from